Hello! Today we have a free bonus video about getting started organizing a project, starting scene modeling and optimization. I think it will be very useful for many people, because the convenience and speed of project creation depends on the organization of work and the algorithm of actions. It is thanks to this algorithm that we have been comfortably working on projects for many years. This algorithm was applied at the studio where I worked, so when you work in a team or in outsourced projects, everyone must have a single system for creating a scene and organizing a project. This method helps you to understand how your colleague created the project, on what dates the adjustments were made, and so on. We have a work project. It has a separate folder. Next, we need to create additional folders inside to conveniently sort all the elements of the project: models, references, scenes, sketches, and textures. We add all the drawings, terms of reference, and mood boards to the reference folder. In the texture folder, we will have images of textures or materials for the project. In the sketches folder, we create folders with dates and stages of rendering, for example, previews 1, 2, and finals, each with a date the images were created. The scene folder will contain the scene file, and after the finals, the entire archive with all the textures. In the models folder, we save all the models that we use in the project. And after the finals, we archive the project and clean this folder so that all these models do not load the disk. This is all about the organization before you start. We follow the algorithm for every new project. Next, we start working in 3ds Max. First, we create a new layer called Drawing, where the drawings will be located. This is very convenient because we can turn this layer off when we don't need it, or check something when we need it. After that, we import drawing. The units remain as in the 3ds Max workspace in millimeters or inches for other countries, and thus we have the plan imported. Be sure to add the drawing to the desired layer and remove all unnecessary layers from the AutoCAD. We can also change the layer's color to make it more convenient. Next, we create a new walls layer that will contain all the structural elements: walls, floors, ceiling, doors, and windows. This is necessary for easy adjustments because doors and windows can change, or walls will need to be changed. I start creating the walls with a plane. Yes, exactly with a plane, and not with spline and boxes, because it's the most edit-friendly and convenient tool. This is how we create a clear and correct mesh in 3ds Max. Before that, you can switch off the elements on the drawings. Just the walls are left. Let's set anchoring to 2.5 to put everything in one plane. You also need to have anchors for the main points of the object and its angles. And this way we pull out the plane along the external edges of the walls in the drawing. Next, we apply Edit Poly, select the edge and hold down Shift to pull the plane along the walls. We need to make a clear mesh, so that the walls can be adjusted at any stage. And this very algorithm allows you to make adjustments at different stages. Plane is perfect for this. You can raise it a little, not to overlap the drawings. Using the interactive method, we outlined all the walls with a single object. We remove doors and windows to make some openings there. Sometimes it happens that there is already a plane on two sides and we need to combine them. We select these faces and click Bridge. And we continue to assemble. I leave untouched the installation near the toilet. I will make it a separate box because there are shelves there. In this case, instead of creating a new one, you can copy a part of the plane with Ctrl+Shift and adjust it for the walls. Like this. In the frontal view, we'll lower it to 0. And then it is very convenient to raise the height thanks to the shell modifier. According to the technical specifications, we have walls of 3 meters. This way, we made the walls quickly. To avoid such issues, be sure to put smooth on top. Then, it is very convenient to make the heights of doors and windows in the front view. We go to Edit Poly and keep working as if on the drawings. Add an edge. We set up a single simulation center. And at the bottom, set the height to 2100. We can set the window height to -200 from the ceiling. And the initial window height is 900 from the floor. Next, I'll show you how to make window openings conveniently. We select the desired planes to be joined. Like this. The bridge creates a lintel. It's the same with the window sill. It may seem complicated, but it's incredibly convenient to edit, lift, and extrude everything thanks to this algorithm. Following the same steps, we make the door, but note that you need to connect parts with the same number of faces. If we have 4 faces here, we need to do the same on the other side. At the stage of adjustments, customers may decide to change the height of the door. We can change everything very quickly in the front view. There may be a higher window sill somewhere. We can conveniently change this too. Here we will have a window sill at 500. We now have the correct model mesh. It's very easy to adjust everything. When texturing, it's very convenient to see the heights and choose the right materials in the areas. Now I will show you how to conveniently make a flush-mounted skirting board here. We'll lower the lowest point of the wall by 30 mm to accommodate the thickness of the floor. Next, we create an edge at a height of 80 mm, the height of the skirting board. We can very quickly select the entire edge along the walls and remove the excess in the openings. When we have selected all the necessary edges, we press Extrude -5 mm inward and 2 mm thick. It's necessary to add the walls to the wall layer. Everything is super simple. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment, and I can create a continuation on the ceilings and flooring. Goodbye, everyone!